Jason Voorhees versus Michael Myers. It's about as iconic a Halloween fight as you can ask for. But between these two masked killers, well, who's ultimately coming out on top? And really, is this fight even gonna be close? Well, let's get into it. Born in 1946 in the small town of Crystal Lake to Pamela Voorhees, Jason Voorhees was a mentally deficient child. When he was 11, his mother took him to Camp Crystal Lake, where he was bullied and tormented, ended up drowning in the lake. However, Jason wouldn't stay dead. When he came back, well, that's when he started his insane killing spree. And from there, well, Jason has been killed again, only to come back and be revived as a zombie. Fight against Freddy Krueger, he was sentenced to death by the US government, except they couldn't find any way to kill him, so they froze him, only from to de-thaw 500 years later, become a cyborg zombie, and end up haunting the forests once again. Jason is incredibly strong. Even as just a human, he was able to effortlessly overpower and kill other humans, crushing skulls and breaking bones. And it only gets more impressive and more ludicrous from there. Zombie Jason is able to throw around cars, absolutely obliterate people and one-shot them, launch people dozens of feet back with each hit. He's basically a one-man wrecking crew. And Jason only got even stronger as Uber Jason. He's significantly stronger than he ever was before, to the point where he's able to easily wreck older and weaker versions of himself. But probably even better than Jason's strength would be his durability and toughness. Even as just a human, Jason was pretty much nigh indestructible. You try and kill him, and you try and take him down, and just nothing seems to work. He's ridiculously tough. The novels also hinted at the fact that Jason might have had a healing factor, which explains a lot of the injuries that he's able to take, but that's a little bit up in the air. However, when he became a zombie, well, not only did Jason get tougher, but he definitely does have a healing factor now. He's both living and non-living. His entire body is actually just an extension of his willpower. This allows him to come back and regenerate from pretty much every attack imaginable. He can take all sorts of hits and attacks. Bullets aren't even close to enough to put him down, and Jason can survive most explosions with ease. He's really, really tough. And then when Jason came back as Uber Jason, well, again, he only got even tougher from there. Like tough enough to not just take massive point-blank explosions, but tough enough to survive falling down to Earth from outer space, pick himself up, and keep on killing. So yeah, he's pretty much impossible to actually kill or put down. Now, Jason isn't necessarily what you would call smart or skilled, but he has got a knack for being pretty stealthy. He's got a lot of impressive stealth kills to his name, regularly able to sneak up on people or even moving too fast for them to catch up with as he kills one after the other. And primarily because of his sheer power and durability, well, Jason has regularly been seen as a one-man wrecking crew. He's been able to completely obliterate whole groups of elite mercenaries or special forces sent out to put him down. There's no doubt about it. Jason Voorhees isn't just one of the most iconic slashers out there, he's also one of the most powerful killers too. As a 6-year-old child, Michael Myers was admitted into a psychiatric hospital for murdering his older sister Judith Myers. After nearly 15 years of captivity, Myers broke out of the asylum and for 23 years has hunted down the rest of his family in an attempt to kill them too. Now, despite just being a human, apparently, Michael still shows off some superhuman physicality, possesses some limited superhuman strength, stealth, endurance, and durability. He's been able to lift up a large tombstone out of the ground, easily stabbed through a guy's skull with just his thumb. He's been able to hold up and strangle someone with just one hand. Michael has even managed to rip apart a guy limb by limb with his bare hands. So yeah, crushing bones is nothing to him, and he's regularly been able to overpower and kill whole groups of people. Michael can also survive injuries that would kill many normal people, such as being shot or stabbed multiple times, even through his brain or his heart. He's been impaled, electrocuted, or burned alive. It's never fully explained how Michael gained these superhuman abilities, but it's possible that it was granted to him by the magical nature of the Curse of Thorns, seeing as how the cult members believe that evil can never truly die. And that pretty much sums up who Michael Myers is. It's debatable whether or not he's evil incarnate, but he is pretty much dang near unkillable, and has regularly been able to walk off attacks that would kill a normal person. It's also implied that he might have some form of teleportation, seeing as how he's able to vanish in an instant, and usually ends up being able to outrun people and catch up to them even though he only ever walks. But it's also funny to think he's actually in a full-on sprint as soon as no one's looking his direction. So, who wins here? Well, let's break it down. Now, these iconic killers may seem even at first glance, what with their long experience and their plenty of brutal kills. But when you actually look into it, well, Jason takes a pretty significant advantage in almost every area. For starters, Jason has proven himself time and time to be stronger and tougher. Now, Michael is arguably faster. He does have a showing of bullet dodging, and is the more agile one out of the two. Jason also has a problem with agile fighters. Just look at his fight with Freddy Krueger. But ultimately, it's just not near enough. The best that Michael has shown us when it comes to strength or durability is being able to lift a car or survive being shot or burned alive. Pretty impressive stuff, but that's just the bare minimum for Jason. Like, Jason has pulled off stuff like breaking down metal security doors, punching through metal doors. He lifted a 10-ton boiler off of him during his fight with Freddy, and has been able to consistently send people flying with his punches, or brutally killing them in a way that Michael just can't hope to replicate. Then there's just also his durability. He's walked off bullets, been just fine being on fire, survived explosions or car crashes or falling off a mountain. Jason is dang near unkillable, to the point where he can survive gas chambers and lethal injections and electrocutions and firing squads and everything. That's not even mentioning Jason's healing factor. He's both living and non-living. His entire body is actually just an extension of his willpower, and this allows him to come back and regenerate from pretty much every attack imaginable, to the point where not even his heart being destroyed is enough to kill him. Yes, Michael is the more agile fighter, and he's probably the smarter killer too, but there's just really no way that he's going to be able to kill an unkillable monster. On the other hand, Jason Voorhees is an unstoppable, unkillable monster, and he's more than powerful enough to beat Michael in this fight. Jason Voorhees wins, and it's not even close. But what do y'all think? Sound off in the comments down below. I know you're gonna have thoughts and feelings on this one for sure. If you stuck around this long and made it to the end of the video, that's amazing. Thank you so much for watching and for supporting us. And if you want to go subscribe, well, go subscribe. You're gonna see more videos like this one every single week. I'll see y'all then. I'll see y'all next time.